Headlines.
Headlines. It's these things.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. My head's smooth. I'm what they call smooth-brained.
Do you guys ever just drink one too many horchadas, or is the H silent? Is it horchata? I don't know.
So we're going to go through a few headlines. Now,
We will lose all context, and we will abandon our humanity.
reading all of them is for rich people.
Reading an article is for people who have way too much free time. Realistically, most human beings, living human beings, only have time for the headline.
Yes.
So we're going to degrade ourselves to the level of immortal. Not immortal, amortal. We're going to lower our standards, and we're just going to read the headlines. Like some pigs. Some farm-raised pigs. Dude, I don't know what part of the pig the bacon is, but I'll eat it. It's pigs.
Come on. The first one is, joy is not a strategy.
I thought the light was flickering, maybe. Joy is not a strategy. Joy is not a strategy. This is a very
23rd.
disappointed liberal. Like, who knows that this is somebody who knew that Kamala was going to lose, and he was like, joy is not a strategy.
He tried,
This is a
he thought
losing.
he-
This
thought
is
he
not a
was warning.
strategy. This is like a very upset, slightly above average liberal who's very not happy about the Kamala Harris campaign. This was a guy who was freaking out. This guy, when Trump won, he went, yeah, that's what happens.
Another one, also funny in hindsight, is what a Kamala Harris presidency would mean for science. Saying, as the daughter of a cancer researcher, Kamala Harris would bring a lifelong familiarity with science to the presidency. Experts say
She's already the vice president.
she was.
Yeah, she was. And
She didn't bring it.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the thing.
Imagine being like the kind of dork that's like, oh boy, a president that understands science. Finally, I can get my science in. People who get excited over like, oh boy, science. I don't know. That's pretty low T. Those are the type of people that can't eat a loaf of bread and a chunk of steak with a smile. They're like, what's the scientific literature say about this? I'll take avocado toast, thank you.
Here's another one.
Here's another one, fellas. Let me just tell you.
A jury found a Chiquita brand. You know the Chiquita bananas?
Cheetos?
No. Chiquita. The bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas with the lady on the sticker.
Listen, I know the lady.
They're liable for the deaths of 8 men killed by a paramilitary
I
group
remember
that,
this one, yeah.
Yeah, that Chiquita had financed. We should all ask ourselves how much bloodshed is behind the bananas we eat for breakfast.
Dude, every time I eat a banana, I just think, the bloodshed.
Here's another old one.
It's an oldie but a goodie, as they say.
These are all
I don't know what
oldies.
it is. I never know what anything is, by the way.
I'm bringing this up mostly because RFK Jr. is in the middle of, what was the position called?
I want to say Secretary of Health.
It's like
Look it
health.
up.
Is it Health and Human Services? The HHS sounds about right. The HHS leader.
I thought it was Hunky Human Services with that
No.
guy. I mean, have you seen that guy do bench press?
I've seen him do bench press, and it's definitely
He bench
interesting.
presses a plate on each side. He can do 10 push-ups. Are you kidding me? I've never seen a specimen quite like it. Can you imagine? RFK Jr., how old is he?
It's like 78.
Is he
I'm
really?
guessing.
Is he actually that old?
I don't know.
If he's imagine if he's way younger. Imagine how embarrassed he'll be.
He's 71.
71 years old. Imagine being 71 years old and being able to bench one plate on each side and doing 10 push-ups. But also looking more jacked than most people in their 20s. RFK Jr. is performing at a different level.
He's definitely performing at a level.
I'm not saying he's weak or anything, but I do think it's funny that he looks...
I think his voice makes me think he's older, because when I hear him,
I'm not saying he's weak,
Right.
but I think it's funny how he looks so jacked, but then he does like 10 half push-ups and people are like, this guy's strong! I would be scared to fight him. I mean, it's cool that he can do that. Most people in their 70s cannot do one push-up. I'm not trying to downplay it. But he looks like he should be able to do 50 push-ups. Like aesthetically, he looks like he should be able to do 50 push-ups and bench 250.
for reps.
But he does, what is it, like 100 something pounds, and then he could do like 10 half push-ups. Maybe I'm getting too into it. Point is, we love RFK. We're not trying to downplay his awesomeness.
Wait, is something flickering?
People are gonna think we live in some dirty shed. Maybe shed monkeys. I don't know. Is that what they might call us? You guys like it when we mess with the focus? Is this popular? Leave a comment if you like this focus stuff.
Anyways,
If the light's flickering, guys, ignore it.
it's like
Don't leave a
it's
comment.
Like the lens is doing something. That's what I get for putting a cheap piece of plastic on it. But anyways, the headline is RFK Jr. investigated for decapitating whale and driving across state lines with the skull.
That one's an old classic.
He's like,
Headlines again.
the whale asked for it. He was threatening my family. And I took him out. I remember my father once told me that sometimes you gotta kill a whale to make a buck.
Imagine him just like grabbing onto a whale's head. Whales have a head, trust me. He gets his fingers under there and he rips it out and the root comes out. And here's like crud. RFK just ripped the head off a whale.
And he can do 10 push-ups.
And he can do 10 half push-ups. But they're going to look like the strongest 10 you've ever seen in your life.
Strongest 10 half.
Like, he might be stronger than me. He looks way stronger than me. And I shouldn't judge a man based on one video of him doing 10 half push-ups.
Here's an interesting one. Opinion. President Biden should set a bold course after the election, no matter who wins on November 5th. Did he...
A bold course.
Did Joe Biden take that bold course after the election?
What did he really do? He pardoned Fauci and stuff on the last day.
He watched
California burn.
He watched North Carolina.
He watched
get
he
destroyed.
watched everything fall apart.
Didn't do anything about it. Well, he gave them like $700, and then he pardoned his family members and everyone on the January 6th committee.
He basically didn't do anything until the last minute, and what he did was not very bold. It was just stupid.
And then pardoned, 6,000 weed heads? I don't know why it's flickering.
I think Joe Biden's younger than
bugging
we
me.
think.
You said younger?
I think he's actually in his 50s. And his son, Hunter, is in his 30s.
All right, well, those are all five.
You guys excited for the Switch 2?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
Guys excited for a GameCube Mini?
That'd actually be good. Like Rubik's Cube size.
So you can twist it. Well, if you do that, it breaks. But the idea is there.
But you could twist it if you want.
Guys,
it
I'm
just won't work
predicting.
anymore.
I'm going to make a prediction, a bold prediction. In the year 2027, Nintendo will announce the GameCube Mini, and it's going to be freaking adorable. You're going to be able to use old GameCube discs, but they'll just actually fit the thing instead of being retarded and tiny.
The discs will be this big.
They'll be even smaller. They'll look like Cheerios.
Little Cheerio
Little
disc.
Cheerio sized GameCube
Don't
disc.
snap the discs.
Don't break it. Don't break.
All right, that's all for
RFK
today.
Jr. once said that GameCube was his favorite console. Now, I can't prove that he said it.
All right, that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
Join us next time as we talk about what were we going to talk about?
Oh, there is a huge article. Everybody's talking about it. Tim Pool, Alex Jones, Cenk Uygur. They're all talking about it. Fox News, Sean Hannity. You remember Sean Hannity? Sean Hannity. I don't want to make a bold claim. I think I might have some blood relation to Sean Hannity. Because sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, could he be somehow related to me?
He might.
And I'm not judging anybody, but if he wants to come out and say it, I'm here. And the point was, there's a big article coming out.
And we will read it.
We will read it.